She wants a young American. It's all right. She wants a young American.
Hundreds of people here celebrating David. All would like to hug him, but he's gone. What are your thoughts watching these crazy people and wonderful people here?
Well, I mean, they all love David, and it seems to me that each passing year since his demise, interest continues and continues to grow. And there are young people here as well as people who were around during his life. So obviously the depth and breadth of the work of an artist like him reverberates long after they've left us. And I think that's what's happening, and that was what will continue to happen. I think very few artists that are around today will be celebrated in such a way 50 years, 60 years after they started, or even after their death.
Yeah. You played 4 songs at Live 8 in 1985 with David. 1.9 billion viewers. Watching that on YouTube, you don't seem nervous at all. Was it adrenaline or was it drugs?
Well, it wasn't drugs. It was adrenaline. Absolutely, it was adrenaline. I mean, I've since had a kind of stellar career, partly due to the doors that opened for me after working with David initially in that year. And that was my first experience, therefore, of a stadium show. So although I was dimly aware that there were a lot of people watching around the world, the physical reality of what was happening in front of us in the stadium was a real shock to the system for somebody who'd only played in the pub and the church hall, you know, or concert halls before. So I've since played in very big places like that on many occasions, so I've got used to that. But it was just playing with Bowie that day with some of my friends and colleagues the same age as me, who were all Bowie fans growing up, and with what was happening on that stage, it was extremely exciting. Of course, we'd just seen Queen as well, from the side of the stage, so that's enough to put a rocket up anyone's arse. You know, you've got to follow that. But it was that's what it was. It was just excitement.
Yeah, great. Was David an approachable man?
Oh yes, very much so. To those who worked with him, he was very solicitous. He would ask you about your family or your health, or what was going on with the rest of your life. He'd ask me about other music that I was into. He was very approachable. He was a very humorous person. He was always cracking jokes. Also, you could crack jokes at his expense even, and it didn't faze him. He was a very friendly, clubbable, nice, humorous guy to be around.
Great. You worked many times with Bowie. Did it start with a phone call from him? Kevin, I need your help.
No, it didn't. It started with a phone call from an A&R man at EMI called Hugh Stanley Clark. He was responsible for me gaining, and then he was concerned when I lost a record deal with EMI. So my career had gone like that pretty quickly as a solo artist. And he took the opportunity to call me and say, go to Abbey Road with a guitar, there's somebody who needs a session and you're the guy, and thank me later. And that session was the demos for Absolute Beginners, which led on to a 10-year relationship with Bowie.
Wow.
A stroke of real luck, yeah.
Yeah. Last question, Kevin. And impossible question. David was a rich man, a famous man. Did he pay well?
Did he? I'm sorry?
Pay well?
Did he pay well?
Yeah.
Yes, he paid well. Yeah, I mean, no question. I don't think maybe there are instances in his early career where some of his early collaborators didn't get what they were due. And I don't think that was necessarily his fault. Maybe that was his people higher up than him, and maybe he didn't want to know or get involved in that situation. But by the time I worked with him, from a period of 1985 to 95, really, he always paid extremely generously. He shared writing credits. We have 2 songwriting credits with him for really what were no more than fragments of ideas that I gave him. So yes, generosity was definitely there.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay.
Great.
I need my fee now.
You what?
My fee.
Fee?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes.
It's promised on the door.
Grab it.
Okay. Thank you.
It's alright. She wants a young American.